Welcome back, guys. For today, what the goal is going to be, I have my triple carbs all taken out, and I have the new intake. What we're going to have to do is grind down the base of it, the bottom flange, where it lines up with the header, because the length of it or thickness of it is a little different. Here's the original intake that was on the car, and I had to grind it down to match with the thickness of the header. The new one's a little bit thicker. I marked it off where we're gonna have to cut it and then go from there. And the reason for that is these headers come with different thicknesses, and the one that I got is the thinner one. So we have to modify it to make sure it sits flush and there's no leaking that's happening with it. The other thing I did was finish off the fuel system. I have the regulator, the gauge wire goes down underneath to the fuel line and then comes around here, and this end's going to go into the carb. To a little bit cleaner, the original one ran along the side over there, and then came up and wrapped around to the front. This should clean it up, make it a little cleaner. Now let's get to grinding. Alright, took me a little bit of time, but we got everything grinded down. So, everything's the same size, cleaned up, edges are nice and smooth. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the car and start taking off the actual header. Going to take off the header. There's a few nuts left on it. I'm going to pull this off, pull off the old gasket, clean up the surface, and then get the new gasket on, and then get that intake bolted up. Old gasket's off. Get this cleaned up right now, and then get the new one on. Alright, gasket's on. I'll get this hand tight first, and then tighten it up. Alright, intake is on, nice and tight. Went across, tightened everything. And then now it's time to put on the gaskets. We'll see how that is. Still need to get one for this end, but looking nice and clean. Alright, little update. Stopped recording for a little bit, but kept working. So got the carbs on, got the heat shield on, got the coil put in, wiring plugged back in, main wire plugged in, and then got the linkages all installed on the 3 carbs. I still have to figure out a solution for the throttle cable. The original one's not gonna work unless I somehow modify it. So I have to figure that out. But everything works. They're all set to the same. And that's probably gonna be it for today. Try to get back to it as soon as I can. Thank you guys.